Nico, you showed some interesting slides today where the breakdown of the fleet at Lufthansa is between 500 seats and 400 seats in separate categories. Is that because Lufthansa sees over 500 seats as the VLA market?
No, Lufthansa sees as the large aircraft market for us is 400 seats and bigger. So actually the two aircraft which are in that category, being the 380 and the 747-8, for us are in the same category. They have different properties because one is approximately 100 seats bigger than the other one. But therefore they serve slightly different markets, but they are both the large aircraft category.
And your 747-8 does not carry 400 people though, right?
No, but that's because we elected to have a very big premium section in the aircraft, and hence the total number of seats is reduced. But then we look at it in terms of what is the revenues we can create versus the cost we would have, and hence the selection of having a big premium class because we use the aircraft on routes where we need that big premium class.
And your Dash 9X, or the Dash 9, will that also be over 400 seats or be in the same kind of size?
The Dash 9 will be slightly smaller. It's early days, so to say exactly what seat count it will have is a bit difficult. But today we see it roughly in the seat count area of the 747-400, which is around 10% smaller still than the 747-8.
Okay. What is your sense of the VLA market? Obviously, Airbus makes a very strong and compelling argument around the mega city story, but your airline has pulled back now from some of its 380 commitments. How does Lufthansa see the VLA market generally?
I think the VLA market is, we know we have some routes where we need the large aircraft, so we still take deliveries of all our aircraft which we have ordered. But when we look at the development of those markets, some of the markets actually allow a certain fragmentation. And with that certain fragmentation, what we can do is, on some segments, use slightly smaller aircraft. On some segments, we still need the very large aircraft. So for us, it's not a question, do we replace the VLA market with something different? The VLA market for us is still there and will remain there. But today what we see is with our 19 747-8s and the 14 A380s, we have that market covered. And if we need some more at a later point in time, we could always order some more, but this is what we see at the moment.
Do you see any benefit for Airbus increasing the 380 to a Dash 900, 650 seats?
The benefit would be, we would have some routes which would also sustain that. Not many, but that's today. The aircraft will not be there today, the aircraft will be tomorrow, whatever that tomorrow is. And we know that we would have some of the routes. One of the benefits would be, it would not only create that size, but it would also reposition the aircraft at a very attractive unit cost. Because today, when you look at the risk versus reward, the delta in terms of unit cost between the very large aircraft and the very large twins which are now coming onto the market has shrunk to a very small number. So if you don't have the real market for a large aircraft, you may opt for the twins.
Okay. In the smaller size, from the 100 seats to 150 seats market, there's a lot of activity there, particularly, of course, with the people like Embraer and Bombardier coming in with new offerings in that segment. What is your view on how disruptive these new airplanes will be against the duopoly?
I think when you look at Embraer's current announcements, they will sit below the duopoly because the new E-jets are still below the 320 and 737 sizes. There's just a minor overlap, but the overlap is in the area of the 318 and the 737-600, and they are not really the core of the business of Airbus and Boeing. If you look at Bombardier, they obviously go bigger, and they obviously compete against some of the Boeing or Airbus products. They have a very good product, but they need to push it into the market.
And how does like Lufthansa and obviously all the Lufthansa family airlines, when you look at these kinds of new airplanes coming in, and it's pretty common knowledge that the duopoly are very aggressive on pricing because they have a very broad range of product that provides them the method and the means to be extremely aggressive in pricing. Do you see that holding back those orders from people like Bombardier?
I'm sure that for some airlines it's crucial. For us it wasn't, because we look at the whole operating cost over the life cycle, and hence the attributes of the aircraft outweigh eventually small differences in purchase prices. But for some airlines the purchase price is crucial, and hence Bombardier has a very strong battle because they're not yet on the level of Boeing and Airbus.
Thank you.